Hello everyone and welcome to Overwatch, and today we're continuing with Darling in the Franxx and we're looking at Strelizia, the mech. There.
Oh, she's the one, Cole.
Yeah, my god. Studio Trigger, you're the best. Let's face it. What? I don't know. I don't know what you guys do with your lives. How you get your ideas? Probably too much cocaine, but what you guys do is awesome. So, I took it out of the box. Now the box is very similar to the S-H-Figuarts one. We have some great promotional material and poses on the back. Then we have this great artwork on the front. It's basically mirroring the one that the S-H-Figuarts brings. We have the seal of authenticity. And again, very simplistic on the side. So, oh, by the way, I forgot to take out again the instruction booklet. Before we start our review, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, it really helps out, and hit that little bell icon. Also check the review for S-H-Figuarts Zero Two. I will give you a link in the description below, and it will probably be on those notes above in the video. Let's start that intro.
Follow me. I'll cover you.
Okay, so I actually skipped the part where I take the parts out because I didn't like how the video was getting too long, and I decided to get every accessory that we have already outside the box and I can show you. So first of all, we have an instruction booklet just like Zero Two had, and it tells you the hands that it brings, the faceplates, how to exchange faceplates, how to put the lens on their hand, how to put the shield on their hand, and it tells you how to connect the stand, because she actually brings a stand but she doesn't bring the arm of the stand. Why? Because they expect you to buy Zero Two where you get the arm for the cockpit, and so this arm is supposed to hold Strelizia. I call that a little bit lazy on their part, but it is what it is. Now, so what do we have here? Besides Strelizia herself, we have the base that I right now have it. So even if you don't have the arm, at least you can stand there with the base, because otherwise she will fall down. Again, her feet are a little bit like Zero Two themselves, like high heels, and that's not very good for standing. Now, what do we have here? So we have the lens. I'm going to show you something. So the lens is in several parts, and to connect it to this hand that I already have connected, we have to separate the handle. So separate the handle, put the hand in, and then connect it back. And then you can connect with the mech itself. Then we have this part that we can connect in an angle. There you go. And then we have this that we connect here, and then we can connect the other part on the back. I'll do that in a moment. Then we have the shield part for the arm. This one is a little bit tricky. I haven't actually figured out how to do it yet, but of course the ball joint goes here, and the way it connects to the arm is a little bit weird. One moment. Okay, so the connection is a little bit weird, but it is not that hard. You have these little holes here and you need to connect this here, and after you connect it, there you go. You can put here and you have your shield. Looks good. Now, let me show you. The hands we have, of course, two open hands. We have two simple. Can I get some focus? Two simple fist hands. And we have, of course, the grabby hand that I already put in the lens. So not that many hands, but it is okay. And then we have, of course, this is for the stand. So you plug this on the bottom of the stand and on her ass. Right there. And that will give you great flying poses. Now faces. Faces we have this yelling face, this smiling looking to the side face, is, I don't know, sad face. They are very expressive, they are all very anime accurate, so I do like it a lot, because this is a weird mech. Let's face it, this is a weird mech.
Yeah, boy.
Now, the overall sculpt and look of the figure is a bit weird to me. She feels like a model kit. She definitely feels like a model kit. And that's basically the robot Damachi line. They feel like already built and a painted model kit. She is very anime accurate, but the feel is a bit weird. I wish, I don't know, she didn't feel as plasticky as she does. I know it's a bit weird. It's just a little bit of a grind in the beginning of the field. She feels very light. What could they have done more? Maybe some panel lining, I think. Some panel lining. She could use some panel lining. And strangely, I don't see the plastic errors that I saw, for example, on Zero Two. They may be there, I may be just not seeing them, but I don't see them. And she looks like she's better finished than Zero Two actually is. So, surprising there. So, I already showed you how to connect this, how to connect the lens. Oh, first let me show you how to swap faces. So, swapping faces is not as easy as it looks. You have to remove this plate. And then all of this section here needs to go down. See, this is the hardest part. And there you go. I removed the... So after this, we have this part separate. We need to separate the faceplate from this, I don't know, mouthpiece. And then reconnect the new faceplate. There you go, reconnected, and finally put that little crown on her head back, and you have a new faceplate, all cute and fluffy. Now for the lens, so you need to remove this hand. And now comes the hard part, I guess, that is connecting this in a way that will work out. I believe it should be on the outside. I think the arm should be on the outside. And there you go. And now this little guy connects here on the back. Connected in either side, but makes more sense like this. And there you go. She has her lens. Now you need to play around with the lens a little bit to get the good angles that you need. But that's it, that's all the figure comes with. It is a simplistic figure, it looks great. I think it cost me around 36 euros. In total with the other figure, I would say she cost 65 with taxes and shipping. Not bad, I think it's not bad. But I hope they start giving us a little bit more. A little bit more accessories, a little bit more stands.
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
Articulation. Articulation is going to be a very weird issue, I think. Her head is in a ball joint, so we do get good range of motion, up, down, side to side, tilt. Each one of these hair pieces is in an individual ball joint, so you can individually pose them. Then we got our shoulders. The shoulder pads are, I believe, in a ball joint too. So yes, they are in a ball joint, so they do get out of the way, but not that much. Then we have also ball joint, weirdly, on the shoulder, so it is huge divisive shoulders. And we have also a hinge after that ball joint. So it is basically the same that you would get in a ball hinge, but just looks a bit weirder. But again, it's anime accurate. And then we have a hinge on the elbow, but we also have a rotation on the wrist. And then finally, this is just packed in a small ball joint. Weird, but functional. Then I think the chest is, I don't know if it is a ball joint. It acts as a ball joint, but I cannot really see through that gap, but I feel like it's a ball joint. So it does get in the way. It can rotate, not that much, but crunch back. Then we have these skirts are also, I believe, in ball joints. So yeah, they can help you get out of the way. And then we have the legs on ball joints to the ball socket. Doesn't give you a great spread, but gets good kick forward and a good kick back. A lot of kick. And then we have also 5 swivel, just a hinge on the knee, and no articulation whatsoever on the foot. So the articulation is good. Even though it's weird, it is good. Let's move on to her size. S-H-Figuarts Darling in the Franxx 02. Figma ReZero RAM. Figma Dead or Alive 5 Last Round Kazumi. Bandai High Grade Amazing Comfort from Gundam Build Fighters. High Grade Model Kits Gypsy Avenger from Pacific Rim Uprising. Rivaltech Legacy of Yamaguchi Eva 01 from the movie Evangelion 2.0. And finally another Robot Spirit figure, Guden from Code Geass. If by the way you're interested in any of those figures that I've just shown you, don't forget to subscribe and go check them out, because all of them have reviews on the channel. My final thoughts on this figure is that she is definitely worth it. She is very attractive, she's very well done, and the price is not that much, especially because you can still get her at HobbyLink Japan or Hobby Search or any of the Japanese sites where you're going to pay less money. She's a great complement to Zero Two, and I'm glad they are doing more figures from this line, so it's no surprise that I'm giving it my low budget otaku seal of approval. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that thumbs up button and think about subscribing and watching more of my content. They will be in the description below and maybe on the cards above, and of course in the end screen that will immediately redirect you to more amazing content just for you.
It's a bit special.
See you next time. Do it! Just